Hello and welcome to Heaven's Mopars. I'm Scott. Actually, I have a guest with me. That's my dad. His name's Dennis. And today is October 31st. It's August 31st, not October. I don't know where I'm at. But today, we're working on a motor plate issue, and we got it figured out. What happened was I had it flipped around. This motor plate has me baffled where the water ports are. They're kind of off-centered, and but in order to put the whole engine has to scoot over this way because my motor plate is sticking over the frame over here, and I may have to cut it to make it fit behind the roll bar, the brace. Hey, Rusty. But then over here on this side, it's barely catching this edge. Which I tried it the other way too. This is facing forward. You can see how far it's off, but when I flip it around, it becomes way off. But we could not get the corners behind these bars because of the slope, and I just was not seeing it. But between having two people here able to force the motor this way, that way, cram this way and that way, Dad, he was able to get it behind here and get it to line up on one side. My dad, he can do everything. I admire him so much. But over here, what we got going on is I am going to shave off this much of the motor plate so that we can fit it under the edge of the roll bar, and then the other side might just drop right in. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Whenever you do, make sure you wear your glasses. Sure, it's a short little cut, but all it takes is one of those to come flinging right back up and get in your eyeball. Take a trip to the ER. That's one thing I do not want to do. I don't have time for it. This could be fun. Actually, we're not using this because, one, I have a dull blade, and two, it's just taking a while. I'd try to get it started and use a cutoff wheel and cut it in little sections, and then I got a grinder. I can just grind the little edge off. It's gonna get loud.
C-clamp or something you can anchor that?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Hi, Rusty. This thing is still extremely hot, but get rid of some of these boogers on the edge.
When you have to jack it back up, it's going to come up, I would say just about right there is where it needs to be. notched out. But we're in there.
Still hitting, but it's close. At least it made it past that now. So do we need to come down here inside more?
Yeah.
A little further down? Probably just kind of straighten it out from here to there.
Just even bevel it or whatever. But let's see where we're at. It's got to come up on this side, the motor does. And we still need to come up this way, but we're down inside there to where, because you're going to have to come up to get that, and that is going to be just whatever, but you're at least you're in there enough now to where you can build your anchor plates there and still take a little more off there, because when you're coming up to trying to get this, you're going to have to take some off, quite a bit more off of that yet to get it in there.
Okay, what we got going on the back of the plate, I drew this line. I had to cut off a little bit more, but after I drew it, I realized I probably need to I'm just gonna take more of a chunk out of it and just kind of straighten that line up. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Well, maybe not that much, but how about from here to there? Kind of want to get rid of that point right there as our main goal. Hear that noise? My dad is on a mission. He thinks that these will fit on there. We are about to find out. He says they look promising if he could get a little more clearance if the valve cover wasn't on there. If they fit, that would make my day, because then I'd have a straight shot with my steering column, Lord willing.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And I can use these on my 69 Super Bee clone. I'd be fine with that. I'll be damned. Everything is going in there. Everything's lining up. Got a straight shot with the steering. The only reason why it won't go on, we're lacking about 1/4 of an inch right there. But this header is hitting. It's kind of scuffing up the paint, but I really don't care about that. But right here, I can't point, but at the end of the tube right there, sorry, is hitting right here. But if we dent that in just a little bit, I think it'll fit. Took the starter back off to give us more wiggle room. So far that looks like it's gonna work. And now we're gonna put the motor plate on to see if we can get it to
Lock everything back over this way in order to...
So let me shut this off and we'll get back right to you. My dad is awesome. I went from having no hope and being totally discouraged to a motor plate that is in place, and these headers fit. They're kind of close to the torsion bar, but by the time you suck them in, it creates a gap down there. But the only issue we're having is the steering comes out right in the way of this tube. Dad smacked it down, got it to clear, but I was thinking, if anything, if I take it to have exhaust put on it, if they could just do their magic and go around the steering, then I'd have a straight shot coming right through here. And if we just built a piece going around it, and if I ever needed to take them off, then just unbolt here, pull that out, and then do whatever. If I need to pull the engine or whatever, that's solvable. I'll have someone else figure that one out. Actually, my nephew, he knows how to do this stuff, so I want to see if I can hire him. Thank you, Dad. You're the man. So now, let's see if this side fits. We're totally curious. Should. Get that one out. Those are the truck headers down there. Shove them under the car to save space in my garage. Here goes. After. Check that out. Things are tight. Very. We got things lifted up, so we took tension off of the motor plate because we don't have it's not bolted on properly. It takes stress off of it, but once we get things lined up, there's a little gap there, little gap here. But Dad is the man, and the headers that he had happen to be the exact ones we need. So Dad, I told him these, like TTI or Schumacher headers, make some for a big block to fit into an A body, and these are not stamped TTI or Schumacher, and he said, oh, these are old, probably before then. So I wonder if they copied.
They came off of a 69 Charger.
69 Charger. Wow.
So a 440 72 Dodge pickup.
Yeah, Dad, he has a 72 Dodge pickup. He made full tilt overs on it. Maybe I can do a video or a walk around of that someday. But that truck is awesome. I'd love to see him finish it or get it, the bugs out of it. But he had those headers on that truck. That's why it was all smashed in on this side right there. That was it against the frame rail that he had to smash them for? But now they're against the torsion bar. So right here, I think I said this in the last video, but I might have to cut this off, and my nephew, he can actually maybe build one if he wants to. I'll ask him. So game on. Now I can start, you know, putting my plates here, bolt them in. Once I get my steering figured out, then I can start assembling the carburetor, the linkage, the spark plugs, blah blah blah. So thank you, Dad, so much. Oh, love you.
Yeah, love you too, son.
Thank you. Hey guys, check this out. Gotta scoot back a little. The motor plate is in. My dad, he came from Newport and he helped me out. It turned out I had it flipped around backwards, so it was off even further, but then we were shoved one side in and got things kind of lined up somehow, and he's like, it should fit this way, and then I cut a big chunk off the corner over here and we made it work. And Dad is the man. Those are headers. Those are the ones that came off the wall in Newport that he's had forever. They fit. Craziness. Now it's time to start assembling. I gotta fine tune some things, but we're good to go.
That was easy.